So what do people put? What does it mean? When we think about self-acceptance, what does that mean? Accepting my flaws, absolutely. Absolutely. One's strengths and one's weaknesses, yep. Accepting who you are with all your faults and gifts, absolutely. Absolutely. The good and the bad in you. Loving yourself all the time, yep. Accepting who you are, absolutely. Absolutely. Trying to be honest with myself, yeah. And I think it's really important, you know, I think sometimes we forget to reflect on these things. And I really hope with all the things that we're saying that we actually apply that. When we make a mistake, that we're not saying, oh, I'm so stupid, oh, I'm so dumb, but recognizing you just made a mistake. Loving yourself the same way when you make a mistake as when you do well. Because we're all humans having a human experience. And sometimes we get it wrong and sometimes we get it right. And so it's so important. What is the narrative we are telling ourselves in any given situation? It's more important than the situations itself. So yeah, absolutely. Self-acceptance is key. It's key. It's vital. And is absolutely accepting that someone else's negative, you know, can be my positive. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone shouldn't agree on things. And just because that's an issue or problem for someone else, you don't have to make it an issue for yourselves. And this is why it's important to be you, to live your own life and have your own goals and values, because everyone has their own value system. Everyone has their own goals, and not everyone is the same and looks at everything the same. So if something's a problem for someone else, that's fine. That's not my concern. But I'm going to do what I want to do, and you should do what you want to do. And it's really important that we don't allow other people to dominate us. This quote was so powerful. When I read this, I said, this has to be on this session. No amount of self improvement can make up for any lack of self acceptance. There is some people who've achieved great heights and still do not have self acceptance. And so it's so important that you have self-acceptance. And that doesn't mean that we don't push to be better, that we do not strive to do more and to get better in our field or whatever it is you want to do. But where you are right now, still love yourself. Where you are right now, you're still relevant. Where you are right now, still have your self-esteem and your self-identity. And so when we look at self-acceptance, my thing's working. There we go. So self-acceptance is a global affirmation that enables us to embrace all facets of ourselves. It's global. So it means at any time of the day, in any situation, still being able to accept yourself. And what happens in life is that we become so caught up and immersed in what society is saying, in what they're saying on social media, being accepted by others. You know, and these pressures, whether it be at school, work, constant demands of social media, in your business, whatever it may be, it can draw us down. It can consume us. And it can make it so easy for us to compare ourselves to other people instead of focusing on your positives. And it can actually make us focus on the differences, the shortcomings, and the mistakes that we make. And it makes life very hard, very difficult, and very dark. And it's so important to accept ourselves, to accept where we don't know, to accept where we need to develop, to accept where we need to make a change, and then to move forward. Remember, mood follows action. And all you have to do is take that first step. All you have to do is take that first step. And if you're doing that, then you're on the right path.